Oh, yes, welcome back to another episode of Blunt Impact Live. We got Moose, the world champion, in a six-man tag team match in the main event. We have a women's title match. We have some tag team action, and we have some X Division action. Chris G, Mary Jane. Don't know where Ness is. Maybe he'll pop up. This is Blunt Impact. Let's get funky. Ladies and gentlemen, heels and heelettes, welcome back to another episode of Blunt Impact Live. I am your boy, Chris G, of course, joined by my co host, Mary Jane. Usually joined by my tag team partner, the three-time baby making champion Ness. But you know how this goes, Ness. He has narcolepsy and he might be sleeping right now. So it's all good. I'm sure he'll wake up and join us later. But if he doesn't, it's all good. I will hold down the fort for him. We are reviewing the November 4th episode of Impact Wrestling on Access TV. Some matches, some storylines leading towards Turning Point in 2 weeks, which is their next Impact Plus special, which should have a few good matches. But before we get into it, we got to remind everybody at home, if you're new here to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, then we want you to hit that like button. Like this video. If you're on Facebook, send us a thumbs up. If you're on Twitter, uh, send us a heart, send us an emoji, whatever you can. Show us that you love us. We appreciate the love. Comment on this video. Send us all your comments. Sound off in the comments. Whether you've seen the show, if you didn't see the show, let us know how you feel. Let us know how you feel about all these releases that happen, who you would like to see in Impact Wrestling next. Let us know. We have a lot of comments every night, though, and we can't read them all on screen. So if you want yours to be read, guaranteed, you will have to send us a super chat anywhere between $1 to $1 million, maybe $2 million. I'm not picky. But make it 5, 6 figures, maybe seven. If you don't worry about it, just send the super chats. We'll read your comments on screen and subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Of course, we need more those. We need those subscribers. We need you to be part of the True Heel Heat family. So press that subscribe button and hit those notification bells because whenever we go live, you will be notified. Whenever we drop a video, you will be notified, and you can join us. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at True Heel Heat. Follow us if you haven't. And if you haven't joined already, we have a Patreon now, patreon.com/True Heel Heat for exclusive content that I will be plugging at the end of the night. And of course, this is Blunt Impact. So if you're joining Blunt Impact, you know there's only one thing to do, and that is hold on, I gotta find it. You guys know what I'm gonna say. Smoke responsibly. Before we get into the show, let's see a couple comments. Frantic World, what up, Chris G in chat? Man, you my boy Blue, what up, Frantic World? Wendy, thank you for joining, Wendy. Hello, Chris, Mary Jane in chat. Man, the Fed is fucking up. Ninja Mortis, if you haven't got into the nitty gritty of what happens with all these WWE releases earlier today, the Fed, yes, they are fucking up. You can hear more about that on the Romeo Report, which is also on the True Heel Heat channel. It is with SP3 and Romeo Anthony Colon. They break down the releases, where they want to see people go. Um, you know what? Before we get into this, I'm gonna read down the list of Impact talent. I'm sorry, WWE talent that was released earlier today. And out of this list, I'll tell you the people that I want to see in Impact Wrestling. We have Karrion Kross, Scarlett Bordeaux, Ember Moon, Oni Lorcan, Frankie Monet, Trey Baxter, Grand Metalik, B-Fab, Katrina Cortez, Jesse Kamea, Jeet Rama, Nia Jax, Keith Lee, Davey Boy Smith Jr., Eva Marie, Mia Yim, and Lindsay Dorado. It's tough. Um, and yes, Blake Christian, Trey Baxter is now Blake Christian. He is already in GCW or making GCW appearances. Um, Karrion Cross was Killer Cross on Impact. I would love to see him come back with Scarlett. Ember Moon, I would love to see in Impact Wrestling. We could use more women. Frankie Monet, aka Taya Valkyrie, she should come back to Impact Wrestling. Um, Shit, Davey Boy Smith, I would love to see in Impact Wrestling, but I don't think he's gonna come. I think he'll find a spot somewhere else. I'm surprised he got released. I thought he was really gonna come back. Keith Lee, man, just fucking wasted talent. Hopefully, I would like to see him at AEW, but I wouldn't mind seeing him at Impact Wrestling either. Mia Yim, no Eva Maria. She could just keep making movies. But yeah, these guys. I mean, Oni Lorcan shit. Even Oni in Impact Wrestling, it's cool. I like seeing most of these guys get released because they're just fucking wasting their time in WWE anyway. WWE doesn't know what to do with them. Why waste their time? Why waste their talents? Let them free. Let them go wherever they can and see if they become stars somewhere else. But that's WWE. We are gonna have to talk about Impact Wrestling today. So before we get into that, I'm gonna light up my Mary Jane. I hope everybody at home, whether you're smoking a blunt, joint, a spliff, a pipe, bowl, bong, whatever you're taking rips of, I hope you do it with me when I count down from three. So let's get it started. Three, two, one. Oh yeah. All right. Can't keep smoking that because we got to monetize and I don't feel like losing ad dollars. So we are going to start, excuse me, with our first match of the night. Well, before we get into the match, let's talk about our predictions. Ness isn't here, but he is coming into the week at 36 and 23, and I am up two predictions. I am coming in at 38 and 21. We picked the exact same winners of all of these matches, so either way, the standings will not really change. But let's get into it. The first match we got to talk about is a fatal four-way, an X Division car crash between Maclin, Rohit, Raju, Laredo Kid, and Black Taurus. You can see Laredo Kid doing Laredo Kid shit off of the top rope onto the pile on the outside. Now, this was a fun match, a quick little car crash. Not really that long, but a lot of different spots all over the place. If you know what to expect from these X Division type matches, it's exactly what you would expect. It's fun. Um, Maclin looks strong, but at the end, Laredo Kid gets the roll up on Rohit Raju. I believe he is the number one contender to the X Division champion, who is Trey Miguel. So Trey Miguel decides to come out and shake hands with Laredo Kid, but Steve Maclin tries to kill them both to no avail. They both fight him off. And Laredo Kid and Trey Miguel stand tall. I don't know if we're going to get a triple threat, maybe a one-on-one match. Steve Maclin will run some interference. Who knows? We'll find out probably at Turning Point. Me and Ness both picked Maclin. He just seemed like the obvious choice, but I'm fine with Laredo Kid getting this W. He shows more and more every time he's out there. I don't think he's fully contracted to Impact Wrestling, but the more we see him, the more he'll grow on us, the more we'll get used to him. So hopefully good things from Laredo Kid. Black Taurus doing Black Taurus things. Rohit Raju just being a chicken shit heel. Everybody meshed well in this match. It was a fun opener for today. Uh, damn it, Ness. Yes, I agree. Damn it, Ness. It left me to man the helm by myself, but it's all good. Pressure makes diamonds. So that's what we're doing. We're making diamonds on Blunt Impact here. I wish I could smoke out of a diamond and not the one. You know what I mean. Next up, we have to talk about Eric Young making his in ring return. But before he makes his in-ring return, he cuts a promo before the match on Rhino. He says he made the wrong decision and he's violent by design forever. But he has to cure somebody. He throws out an open challenge. So out to come answer the open challenge is Damian Priest's little brother. Um, that's the only way to fucking describe this guy. He really looks like Damian Priest's little brother. Like if he's like the guy that he sent him to the store to get him Duchess, and he wasn't even of age. This man looks, I don't know, he got to be like 21, but he looks like Damian Priest's little brother. His name is actually Jay Vidal. He's from Vegas. Have no idea. I didn't see anything from him. He got killed. I mean, Eric Young fucking demolished him. He flipped him up in the air a few times. Powell drive them into next week. Hit him with a nasty power bomb. Like there's just no chance. This guy, I had a better chance. I had a better chance Ness staying away tonight than this guy fucking had against Eric Young. So nothing much here. Just nice to see Eric Young return. He looks crisp. He doesn't look too hurt. Uh, I like it. I like it. Truly here, Romeo Ness still more awake than the New York Jets. Well, it's because big game Mike White went down. If Mike White was out there, I'm sure it'll be 40-40. It'll be a shootout. But you know what? He went down. There goes the rest of our hope. So yeah, it is what it is. Ninja Mortar says he was too smiley. Well, I mean that was the gist of it. He was this old bubbly, excited young pup to be on TV for the first time, which is a sickness in Eric Young's mind. And Eric Young has the cure, and that cure is beating the shit out of you senseless. So I'm good. I'll stay infected. I don't want my ass beat. I do not want to be cured. I barely wanted the vaccine, but here I am. I'm fully vaccinated. So I'm good. I'm good. I don't want any cures. The next match we have to talk about is the Good Bros taking on Finn Juice. And this was a decent match, nothing crazy. The Good Bros dominate most of the match. Finn Juice makes a comeback towards the end, but the Bullet Club, El Fantasmo, Chris Bay, and Hikuleo all come down to crash the match and kill everyone. And guess what happens? Yes, you guessed it. Dick punch for Dot Gallows. Karl Anderson also gets a title shot to the cock. Uh, El Fantasmo is must be anti-kids. He doesn't want to see anybody have any more kids. He's just punching everybody in their genitalia. He's anti-life apparently. But yeah, this sets up our number one contenders match next week because Finn Juice comes backstage and they're pissed. But Scott D'Amore calms them down. Says next week you guys will battle Bullet Club for a title shot and there will be a winner. Remember last time these two teams faced off, there was a no decision. It was a double pin and a bunch of confusion. So both teams went up against the Good Brothers and both lost. So this time we'll have a definite winner and we'll have a definite number one contender. So we shall see next week what happens there. The next match we have to. So this is going to be a quick one, ladies and gentlemen. There wasn't a lot to get into this show. A few matches and not many segments. And I'm missing my tag team partner, and he takes a bulk of the explanations here. So this is going to be a quick one. This is going to be a quick one. Maybe I'll just go into a tirade about how WWE is trash after this. I'm sure that'll get some views. But after this, Ace Austin is being interviewed backstage, and he's with Madman Fulton. He puts over his win against Chris Sabin last week, and you know what? He got a new fucking shirt because of it. I beat Chris Sabin. Ace Austin always with the creative shirts. My favorite personally is I just 316. I just bang your wife. Yeah, something like that. That was great. But Fulton says he's going to tear apart Chris Sabin next, and that's the match we have next. It is Chris Sabin taking on Madman Fulton in a solid match, very much strength versus speed. Fulton dominating the match early. Chris Sabin tries to come back, but every time he tries to come back, Madman Fulton just too strong. But eventually, Chris Sabin gets him with the old okey doke, hits his momentum off the ropes and gets him in a roll up 1, 2, 3. Chris Sabin escapes the ring unscathed. And decent little match. Cool showing for Madman Fulton. Chris Sabin is Chris Sabin. He can have a match with anybody. And I don't know where they're going with this story, but unless Chris Sabin wants to put over Ace Austin in some type of stipulation match, But it's cool. It's enjoyable for now. I want to see more out of Madman Fulton, but I'm enjoying the Chris Sabin and Ace Austin interactions. Iron Man Chris G. Iron Lungs Chris G. That's more like it. Got the lungs of steel. When was the last time you heard me cough on a stream after smoking? After laughing, maybe, but after smoking, no. It's been a while. They call me Iron Lungs. I think Iron Lungs wasn't that a fucking villain from Fairly Odd Parents? All right, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm getting sidetracked. Next up, we got Madison Rain, part of the influence backstage with Caleb with a K, his nice little neck brace, and she ain't worried about nothing. In the words of that rapper that I can't remember who sang that shit. I ain't worried about nothing. Was that Wheezy? I can't fucking remember. But Caleb got her back. He's talking his shit, and looks like later they'll be also interviewing the inspiration in the locker room talk segment. But we'll see. We'll see what goes wrong with that. But we got to go into the match. Madison Rain taking on Mickie James for the Knockouts Championship. Solid match. Nothing spectacular. Mickie starts off hot. Madison takes control after interference, constant interference by Caleb in this match. He throws Mickie off the top rope. Looks like he had a handful of ass too, so you might want to watch out there, Caleb. I'm sure Nick Aldis is watching, and he might choke the life out of you and give you two neck braces if you keep fucking around. Um, he also chokes Mickie while the ref is distracted and on the ropes. He tries to slap Mickie James on the outside, but he misses and he hits the pole. Uh, as he's gonna slap her, he yells, "Let me slap those cheeks." Poor choice of words, my friend. If you say that now, it could get you banned. It could get you culture. So I ain't trying to slap no cheeks. But he slaps the pole and gets taken out by Mickie James, and Mickie James gets up to the top rope, hits her finishing move on Madison Rain for the 1, 2, 3. And before she can celebrate, she is interrupted by Mercedes Martinez. She comes out, they shake hands. Mercedes puts her over, but she reminds her that she did win the Knockouts Knockdown tournament. She is the number one contender, and they will be having a match at Turning Point. So we will be reviewing those matches closer to Turning Point. Two more weeks, and we'll throw some prediction out there. We'll see if Ness could take the lead again, but I fucking doubt it. By the way, this match we both had Mickie James, me and Ness. The Chris Sabin and Madman Fulton, we both also had Chris Sabin. And Good Bros versus Finn Juice, we both had Finn Juice, but the match was thrown out, so nobody wins. I missed 95% of Impact. Had to show my girl and my cousin my favorite Keith Lee match, which led to Ricochet, which led to Swerve Strickland. I hope you put him onto the Lucha Underground shit. If you're gonna put Ricochet and Swerve, you gotta show him as Killshot and Prince Puma first. It's the only way to do it. You gotta start with the infancy first and then go up from there. But Keith Lee, yeah, Keith Lee's the man. Him and Riddle put on a great match in Progress, I think it was, and that was like the first time I was really introduced to Keith Lee. So I was really hyped about that. Had he said clap those cheeks instead of slap, he would have been okay. Absolutely, I think clap those cheeks are a little bit more acceptable. Slap those cheeks, I don't know. Uh, that is going to be a good match. It will be a good match if we're talking about Mercedes Martinez and Mickie James, two vets, two pros, two OGs in their own right. So we'll see. Yes, man, Lucha Underground. Google that shit. Google that shit. Lucha Underground was cool. Suspend your disbelief for a little bit. It's like a Mexican cartel thriller meets wrestling. It's fucking amazing. It only lasted 3 seasons. First two were good. Third one kind of dragged, but go ahead. Before we get into the main event, just a few segments, really only 2 segments to get into. One is a thread, and the other one, well, it's not looking too good, Daddy. We got Johnny Swinger trying to get investors to. He wants to buy another casino, another illegal casino at that. He doesn't even want to go through protocols. Seems a little inebriated. Hernandaddy says, this is all happening because of the demon. Hey, don't mention that ham and egger, Daddy. Hernandaddy says, don't worry, I got him. I'm gonna help you with the demon. So we'll see what happens next week with Hernandaddy and the demon. Not really looking forward to a match, but if we get a match, whatever, I'll be high through it. So maybe I can get through it. But next up, we got to talk about the inspiration. Speaking of the inspiration, they're supposed to be interviewed on locker room talk, but they get there and it's nothing but an empty room. Feels very shady, like they're about to be set up. Very Carlitos way, like Pachanga just tell them to come to the train and shit. They get into the room. There's no one there. They try to leave, and the K is at the door. Very creepy. Cassie starts freaking out, but they leave the room, and then when they cut to the mirror, it says "Turning Point" written in blood on it. So it looks like the K will be getting the rematch, but the Inspiration's not having it. They're nervous. They need to recruit somebody to take care of the K. They're not with all this creepy shit. They ask Gia for advice, and she says, "Well, have you found the undead brides?" Yep, those undead brides. Uh, Inspiration says, "We have a ghost problem. You ladies want to try to take care of the cave for us next week?" And Kimberly says, "Mother's always looking for new souls." So it looks like Decay will be tearing these asses up next week because I don't expect them to win, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, those are pretty much all the segments that we had. It was very light in segments this week, which is weird. I think Impact is very segment heavy, which is not a problem because they usually hit with their segments. But yeah, on to the main event. Before we get into the main event, we got Cardona, Josh Alexander, Eddie Edwards getting interviewed backstage, and they all have one thing in common. They all want to kill Moose. They're all pissed at Moose. But tonight they're gonna stick together, and then after tonight they are gonna go do what they got to do, which means they might have to tear each other up for a title shot. So we'll see what happens after we get a 3-on-3 match. It is Moose, Morrissey, and Minoru Suzuki, the Impact debut of the Minoru Suzuki, taking on Eddie Edwards, Josh Alexander, and Matt Cardona. The champ coming out first with the title, looking like $1 million. This match was cool. Solid main event, nothing too crazy, but it was nice to see Josh Alexander and Suzuki mix it up. They did a few times. They killed each other to start off. They were just exchanging holds, hitting each other with hard strikes. The baby faces with some nice suicide dives on opposite sides of the rings as they go into the break. It's a nice little touch. The heels really dominated most of this match, though. Josh gets the hot tag, gets his hands on Moose. Finally, Minoru Suzuki killing everybody, including Matt Cardona. You see here, uh, Cardona looks drained, like Chelsea Green just went 5 rounds with him, and that's it. He can't handle no more. It's night time. Nice spot where all 6 guys start brawling in the ring with each other. Eddie about to hit Suzuki with a pile driver, but Morrissey hits his power bomb on Eddie Edwards and gets the win. Last week, Moose promised that if Morrissey helped take care of these guys this week, that he will be first in line for a title match. So I am hoping at Turning Point we see Morrissey take on Moose for the title. We we're not sure. It's not 100%. It's not booked yet, but we'll see what happens. I hope they have a good match. I hope they have a match. Two big houses should make for a decent match. And I agree, Moose is the best. That is my guy in Impact Wrestling. I'm proud to call him my Impact World Champion. Update on the picks. Ness falls to 39 and 24. I am at 41 and 22. We both went 3-1 with no contests. And we have a super chat alert. You, my boy Blue, I'm blunted. I had a good comment for my super chat, but I forgot what it was. Well, my brother, this comment was good enough. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. You don't know how much it means to us. We really do appreciate every super chat that we get. And that's gonna be it for this episode of Blunt. Well, not Blunt Impact. We don't gotta end it yet. This is it for Impact Wrestling. We can spend a few minutes talking about these releases. It's a shame when you have a multi-billion-dollar company, or it would be. I think you could value it at multi-billion dollars. Have an abundance of talent, and not just any talent, premier good talent that people want to see, and you just don't know what the fuck to do with it. I'm gonna read down the list again, and I'm just gonna get my thoughts on everybody that comes down the list because there's a lot that's like, what the fuck, right? Let's check it out. First on the list, Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux. This man didn't even get a fucking chance on the main roster. He is the biggest NXT call up failure besides, well, even bigger than EC3 because this guy was actually NXT champ. They took the title off of him, had Samoa Joe come back for one match to beat him, only to bring him to Raw, put on a BDSM costume on him, and then have him fucking just fade. And not even have his biggest attraction with him, which is Scarlett Bordeaux, his fiance. She was off TV. She never debuted on the main roster. Just trying to make sense of this. I mean, I, I can't make sense of it. I can't make sense of it at all. Ember Moon. I mean, I like Ember. She might be a little injury prone, but like she's young. She still has potential. They fucking cut her. They didn't even they tried to give her a shot on the main roster. It didn't pan out. They brought it back to NXT, which was the right thing to do. And then they didn't even give her a shot in NXT. They let her job out to a few people and then fucking cut her water short. For what? For what? Oni Lorcan, I could understand this one. There's no place, I guess, for Oni Lorcan in WWE, but hell of a talent. So I would love to see him in any promotion, really. I would say he'd be a good Ring of Honor guy, but there is no Ring of Honor, so we'll see what happens. Frankie Monet, aka Taya Valkyrie, just fucking go back to Impact Wrestling. You should have never left. I understand you wanted to be with your husband and shit, but like, they didn't even bring you to the main roster. They let you chill in Florida the whole time. You were fucking jobbing out to Robert Stone or with Robert Stone, like bullshit. Legit, one of the best women's talent in the world, and they regulated her to bullshit. So fuck NXT for that. Trey Baxter, Blake Christian is a good talent, good young talent, a guy that I could have seen on NXT 2.0. They got him smooching his girl. They kept his girl on the roster, but told him to kick rocks. So don't know what the fuck happened there, but good job NXT. BFAB, I mean, listen, she's not the greatest in-ring talent. She is a little annoying, but damn, you just brought her up to the main roster with Hit Row. You literally just brought her up on TV a couple months ago and gave her some spotlight and some shine. And now she's just gone, dust in the wind like that. What the fuck? Cortrina Cortez, no clue who that is. Jessie Kamea, yeah, I could see her. I mean, she had a little potential. She's tall, decent look, but I mean, I guess they didn't just have any patience for her. They told her to Kamehameha her ass out of here. Jeet Rama, we just seen get killed on NXT 2.0 by one of these fucking guys. I don't know. One of them killed him. And he got killed and got fired. That's great. Nia Jax, for the simple fact that she's part of the Samoan dynasty. I thought she would do it. She would never get let go. But let's be real. Out of everybody uh, on this roster that got released, Nia Jax might deserve it the most. And I don't mean to say that negatively. I don't mean to be an asshole when I say that. But in terms of improvement over the years, there hasn't been much. In terms of being unsafe, she's injured multiple wrestlers numerous amount of times, repeatedly throughout the years. She wasn't going to go back to NXT. I think might have been the right move. I don't know if Nia's going to come back in any other company, but I think this was actually one that kind of made sense. Keith Lee, I already spoke about it before. How do you fuck up on Keith Lee? That's like burning scrambled eggs. It's like, it's making a watery pancake. How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck up Keith Lee? You even gave him a nickname. You try to give him you made him give him a onesie, a singlet. Fucking poor guy got COVID. You don't even want to fucking let him tell his story. Man, fuck you, WWE. Thank you, Keith Lee. Thank you for everything you did there. And we hope to see you kill it somewhere else. Because staying in WWE was just gonna kill your career. So good that they fucking let you go. It's probably the best thing that's gonna happen to you. Davey Boy Smith Jr. They didn't even show up. They didn't even fucking appear on anything except some main event and house shows, I think. Premier talent, lineage, lineage. What's one about legendary talent? Davy Boy Smith is good. He comes from a legendary family. Now, he's technically a Hart. I mean, he's part of the Hart dynasty, and you don't even give him a second chance. Why? Like, why? Why even bring the guy back if you're just gonna do that? Once again, fuck you, WWE, for that. Eva Marie, good riddance. Stay acting. You're a better actress. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a dick about it, but it's just true. I have no interest in any wrestling angle with Eva Marie. She's in a movie, cool. I can get invested. I like Eva Marie. Just not in wrestling. Please. No. Mia Yim only makes sense if you're gonna release Keith Lee, release Wifey too. Let her get some shine somewhere else. I would love to see her in Impact Wrestling. She she has talent. And it's just like they didn't do anything with her. They put her in this dead ass this bullshit retribution, covered her face, gave her nothing as part of retribution. Like fuck WWE. How many times have I said that so far? Fuck them. And Lindsay Dorado, good luchador, solid hand, but I guess there really is no place for WWE. It makes sense. He'll be good in Elevation or Dark or some shit, getting other guys over, or no, even AAA, CMLL if he wants to go back, if he wants to be a luchador in Mexico. I think Lindsay is Puerto Rican, so he could even go to PR. No, no, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But out of all these people, you can tell who I'm most passionate about. Before we head out of here, let's get some comments. I want to see Moose versus Keith Lee, Ember Moon versus Thunder Rosa, Nia Jax versus Nyla Rose, Killer Cross versus Malachi Black. All good dream matches or fantasy book matches. Kalisto and Aristar versus Lucha House Party. That would cool. The four of them versus Lucha Bros and two others. Oh man, Ness would be here shaking if he heard you say that. Oh, that's his dream come true. Shit. Then you have to consider all the Ring of Honor free agents. Yeah, I think I said it on NXT 2.0 or maybe last week on Blunt Impact. I want to get all the Mexicans together and put them with Andrade in AEW and just start a Los Ingonables faction. Let Los Ingonables de Elite. Oh, fuck it. I'll get behind it. BFAB was blonde, but she had brown eyes instead of blue green. I don't know what the fuck she was, honestly. She wasn't a wrestler, I'll tell you that much. They put limits on the limitless one, yes. Uh, not the not the right thing to do. Can you see Eva Marie and BFAB and Impact Chris G? Absolutely not. I mean, I could see Eva Marie. I don't want to see her in Impact Wrestling. BFAB, she needs to spread her wings. She needs to like really work on her craft. Maybe hit the indies a little bit. See if she can get her name value up. Well, she got some name value, but she got to get her skills up. She can't. She can't go to Impact yet. Impact got a stacked roster, women's division or solid women's division. They're not deep, but they're solid. So she can't hang with them. She needs more work. How do you drop the ball on British Bulldog Jr.? That's what I'm saying, man. Like they're fucking terrible. And Mia Yim versus Thunder Rosa would be a good match. Frantic World agrees. So that'll be it for this episode of Blunt Impact Live. I want to thank everybody at home that was watching with me. I want to thank everybody at home that was watching me break this down. If you did not watch Impact Wrestling, you can catch, don't forget, you can catch Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at True Heel Heat. Follow us. Be part of the True Heel Heat family. You, my boy Blue, with another super chat. I really appreciate it. For Iron Lungs, Chris G, thank you, my brother. I will smoke that $5 and I'll think of you as I inhale it. No, in all honesty, I really appreciate it. Everybody else here at True Heel Heat, really appreciate it. Guys like you make it worth it. We're dragging ass today, but we got on the stream and it paid off literally. So we want to thank you guys. You, my boy Blue, Frantic World, everybody else in the chat. We really appreciate you guys. Follow us on the True Hill Heat. You can also find us on the patreon.com/True Heel Heat, where we drop exclusive content. Me and SP3 dropped the Heels review We also did an NBA season preview. If you're a basketball fan, I'm sure we'll have more basketball content in the next few months. And coming back, if you haven't seen Joints and Jabronis on the YouTube channel, it's coming back to Patreon exclusively. Me and Ness will be smoking joints, watching botches, everything on camera. You guys will literally be watching along with us on the Patreon. So that'll be a fun time. We're going to launch that in January. I'm already getting material for that. So we hope to see you guys for there. Another super chat, all sizzle, Sammy Joe. Here's $5. Say something nice about my boy Mox. I'll start his new book. I'll start his new book is real good. Well, thank you. I want to thank you, Slam and Sammy Joe, for the super chat. And when it comes to Mox, it's tough, right? Alcoholism is probably one of the hardest addictions that you can battle. And he has the help. I know he's going to get the help. I know he's going to get the love and support that he needs, but I hope that he finds the inner strength within himself, which I have no doubt that he will because it is John Moxley, one tough son of a bitch. But I hope he finds the inner strength within himself to fight his demons and not only fight the demons, but hold off the demons because most of the time that's the hardest part, right? You can overcome the demons, but the demons always come crawling back. So, uh, positive vibes to Mox for sure. I feel for him, his wife, his kid. I hope sooner rather than later they are one united, happy family again. And I hope he's back in AEW soon, putting on some good matches. And I hope he gets better, man. I hope this puts him in a better mental space, better physical space, obviously, because alcohol can take a toll on your body. That being said, I will be getting drunk on the next watch along. But no, all seriousness, we're with you, Mox. We love you. We got your back, and we can't wait to see you overcome yet another obstacle. If you need help, get help. It's all out there, but it starts with you. You have to want the help. I couldn't have said it any better. You need to have to want the help. He wants the help. So hopefully he gets that help. And finally, you could find me at True Heel Chris G. And of course, right here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, every Tuesday night, NX3, where we cover NXT 2.0. Every Thursday night, Blunt Impact Live, usually with my tag team partner, the three-time baby making champion Ness and Mary Jane. And Romeo Anthony Colon on Tuesdays, of course, with us two good brothers. We always have a blast. Friday Night Warriors every here and there. You could catch me on that, where we watch along Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. And yeah, Turning Point pay per view is probably the next Impact Plus special. So we'll have a review roundtable for that. And Full Gear's coming up soon next week, I believe. We're gonna have a watch along. Possibly I might get on that as well. You know how much I love those AEW watch alongs. And we also got a few things to plug before this weekend is over. We have the Romeo report that just dropped today. More WWE releases again. Romeo and Sid break down all the releases that we spoke about before. True Rewind number 61, One Cool Dude. We have Drunk Guy JJ, the True Heel Phenom SP3, and Romeo Anthony Colon going back in the DeLorean, checking out the Monday Night Wars. So you definitely want to check that fun show out. And we have this Saturday, True Heel Heat 150 with Cassidy Haynes of BodySlam.net. Should be a fun one. The crew, Miss Chrissy Love, Top Guy, SP3. Always a good time as usual. You might even find one of us in the comments cutting ass. So join us for the True Heel Heat flagship show. It's always a good one. Few comments before we leave. Jeff L. Lovely words, Chris. Positive thoughts to Mox. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Good night, y'all. Good night, guys. I've got 99 problems, but drinking ain't one. It's not. It's one of my problems, but I like it. Bobby Petito. I would like to see Mickie James versus Tasha Steelz maybe soon. It's my one. I hear that, brother. Uh, couldn't fit them all in the thumbnail. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's a lot of releases and only so much bandwidth. But no, I want to thank everybody once again. I'm gonna sign off for my three-time baby maker champion Ness, my tag team partner who couldn't be here with us today. For my other co-host, Mary Jane, I am your boy Chris G. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight. This is Blunt Impact number 61. We don't have a title. I'm too high. I'm too tired to think of one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Wash your ass. My dumb ass disappeared. I didn't even end the broadcast.